Hello friends, welcome to the session of GST Day 5. In past few days, we have learned certain important basic concepts of GST, of course in a very brief manner. Just to give you an overview of today's and coming few days session, we will be discussing the vital concept that is supply in detail. Let us start with taxable event. Taxable event in a law is the event the happening of which results in imposition of tax. Friends, taxable event is such an event the occurrence of which activates the taxable liability. Just to take few example, as in income tax, the taxable event is earning of income. In excise duty, taxable event is manufacturing of goods. And service tax, taxable event is provision of service. So now coming back to GST, what is the taxable event? Taxable event in GST is nothing but supply of goods or services or both by a person. So friends, it's very important to know and understand that GST is applicable only if there is a supply of goods and services or both. Now it becomes very important for us to understand what is goods in the context of GST. As you can see in the slide, it has been bifurcated into four important points. So to start with, the first point says it includes every kind of movable property. Here it is very much important to focus on the fact that every kind of movable property constitutes as goods and not immovable property. Going to the second point of the definition of goods, which says it excludes money and securities. Let me repeat, it excludes money and securities. Let's take up an example which explains it in a better way when we have to understand about money as not being a goods. Just for an example, I have borrowed rupees 10,000 from a very good friend of mine and she does not charge anything on this. Let me repeat, I have borrowed some money from my friend and there is no charge on this. It's just a lending of money. The transaction here is just an exchange or lending of money. Now this transaction is out of the frame of GST. Now coming to securities, securities are neither goods nor services. Consideration received for transfer of securities is not subject to GST as securities is out of the frame of goods. Just a few examples of securities are shares, scrips, stocks, bonds, debentures, derivatives, units issued by mutual fund scheme. Now moving on to the third important point, that is goods includes actionable claims. Now what is actionable claim? Probably it is better understood when we take up this example. For example, you take an insurance policy and you start paying premium towards it. This gives you a right to claim the amount in future. Paying of premium gives you a right to claim an amount in future. You have already created an actionable claim to the amount in future by paying the premium now. This constitutes an actionable claim, and actionable claim comes within the purview of definition of goods. Going forward to the next point, that is, it includes growing crops, grass, things attached to the land which are agreed to be severed before supply or under the contract of supply. As you clearly know by now that land is an immovable property. Grass, plants, trees, crops, till it is attached to the land or forming part of the land, it remains to be immovable property as well. So it is very important to understand that only if it is, let me repeat, only if it is agreed to be severed before supply or under the contract of supply, it constitutes as goods. Thank you, friends. I kindly request you to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.